Hey everyone, Ryan Tate here, and I'm about to go live. All right, and in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this in as quick as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a unique way that you guys can start making $1,000 per week or more with Messenger bots. So if that sounds good to you, what I need for you to do right now is already go ahead and click the like button, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And again, if you have questions while I'm going through this, go ahead and drop them below. Let me go ahead and make sure that we're actually live. Click the subscribe button. Okay, looks like we're live. So again, if you have questions about this, go ahead and put your comments in or write it in the chat, and I'll make sure I get to it. All right, perfect. So again, if you guys have been living under a rock, then you already know what a messenger bot is. Now, if you don't know what a messenger bot is, I'll break it down real quickly. Then we'll go ahead and take a look at an example of a messenger bot. I'm show you guys why they're so powerful. Again, the cool thing about Facebook Messenger or what Facebook Messenger bots are, they're like automated salesmen or automated technology where, again, you as a marketer can go ahead and set up a sequence-based message or a promotional-based message or informational-based message that will go out just like a traditional autoresponder. However, it's being delivered through the Facebook Messenger platform. And why that's so powerful is because of this thing right here, a cell phone. With Facebook Messenger, again, they have an audience of over, Facebook has an audience of over 2 billion people. And most of the users are using Messenger to some capacity if they have a phone that is compatible with Messenger. Obviously, there's some people in India and some foreign countries that are still using like feature phones. So, the Messenger platform doesn't really work on, their mobile device. So, but again, for everyone else with the mobile device, as soon as a person gets a Messenger message, it goes directly to their cell phone to get a notification. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and cover up this phone number here. But as you can see, someone, or actually that's me, I sent out a Messenger message to my list of subscribers who are on my Messenger list. And I just got the message notification here directly to my cell phone. And that's why it's so powerful, is because these ads get opened at a super high rate. So, most people, when they get started with CPA and affiliate marketing, they get started traditionally with email marketing. Now, email marketing, the response rates have gone down drastically. And again, don't get me wrong, email still works. But again, if you can imagine if you got started in internet marketing in like 1996 or 1999, and you were like one of the first people who were doing like email marketing, you were probably getting like a 90% open rate, 95% open rate, because email was so new. When someone got an email, it was really a big deal to them. Now, most people get hundreds of emails a day. The majority of them are spam. So, people become like really like this desensitized to the whole fact that, getting an email is a big thing. But again, text messages, Facebook messengers are still, getting open rates at an extremely high rate. Right now, industry wide, I would say about 80-90% of these messenger messages are getting open that are promotional based. So again, people get it right on their cell phones. They can get to take action real quick. And the cool thing is, again, just like you would do in your emails, again, you can start building a relationship. However, to me, I think you can do it at a deeper level because, again, the people who are doing messenger bots correctly, they're doing it where it's a very conversational style. And based on that conversational style, it keeps people engaged. They like you, know you, and trust you a lot faster. And based on that, they're more likely to take action on what you're offering them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just stop talking. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set this up and how you can get profitable with Messenger ads right away. So let's jump right into it. Let me remember how to share my screen. Okay. So we're jumping over here. Now, what we're going to get started with is Facebook Messenger. Now, I'm already logged into my mini chat account. One of the lists on my account. What I'm going to show you guys right now is a cool feature that you guys can do. And let me just make sure this is still getting played out for you guys. Just make sure we're still live. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so we're still live. All right, cool. And so what we're gonna do, so we're inside of minichat.com. And let me see if I can go ahead and give you guys an example of a messenger bot sequence. Should have pulled up an example, but basically, yeah, let me see if I can pull up an example. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull up an example of a messenger sequence. Now these guys, they own a page, or it's actually like a husband and wife that own this page. Um, they do Messenger pretty well. I mean, it's just a two-person show. They built up a fan page of over 1 million subscribers. And again, it's just like a husband and wife, and they have like multiple different pages um, that are hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So let me see if I can find this post that they posted recently that they attached to Messenger Bot 2. This post got like, I think like 20,000 responses. Now, the cool thing about Messenger, which I didn't get to really explain earlier, as I turn the camera back to me, let's see. All right, so as I turn the camera back to me, basically what the Messenger is when you attach like a Messenger bot to like a specific Facebook post, the cool thing about it is when someone like engages with that post, they're going to get a message directly to their inbox. Now, when they open that message in their inbox, they interact with your Messenger bot, then they go ahead and get added to your list, your Messenger list. Now, the cool thing about it is like with an email opt-in, a lot of times people are very weary about giving up their email address. But again, with Messenger still being so new in this type of marketing, most people don't know that they do know that they will receive at least one message from you about whatever it is that you've promised to inform them on. However, most people still don't realize that they will be added to a list where they're going to get continual messages over and over again. So let me go ahead and see if I can find this post here. If not, we'll just go into it step by step. All right. And then again, one of the posts that I was trying to pull up specifically is a post that's similar to this post right here, where basically it gets people to comment their name. And what they did was, again, it basically like they had a post that was, because this page is all about Jeeps, this girl, deserves a Jeep type of post. And then people were tagging, putting their names. And then basically when they put their names, they got a follow-up message that was sent to them that basically gave them a 10% off coupon. So what I'm doing is just looking for the post. And again, like I said, if I can't find it, we'll just go ahead and create one because I think you guys may have gotten the gist already of what it does. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time finding it. But I'm gonna show you guys what it does in just a second because then you'll get the gist of it. Let's see if this one. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go into it. We're going to just create one ourselves here. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to um, obviously figure out something that's going to work natively on Facebook. Facebook is obviously the platform that we're going to be working on. Again, when you create the post that's going to create the engagement, you want it to be native to Facebook because the more native it is to Facebook, then people are going to respond to that ad at a higher rate. Which again, if you're driving paid ads to it, then it's going to make your job a lot easier, right? So again, a lot of the posts that I see that take off and go viral, or put in tens of thousands of leads in it, do contain things like emojis. And again, the ad is very conversational. So that's the first thing that you want to do is make sure that your ad is conversational and engaging. And it's, again, people are using things like emojis on their cell phone. You want to use that as well. So we'll go into getting this all set up. So the first thing that we need to go ahead and be successful with this is a fan page. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm back here in Facebook, and we're just going to use one of my dummy pages. Okay, baby, can't bark right now. All right, so we're going to use this one. Let's just say we're going to use my beauty secrets page. So again, as you can see, all right, that's not what we're trying to see. As you can see, this page is blank. There's nothing here. Like I made one post because I think I was showing an example of this before Messenger Bot was. I was showing people how to use like a high engaging type of giveaway campaign, right? So we're actually going to probably use this post, since there actually is a post on here. We're going to use this post as our messenger engagement sequence. All right. So I'm actually going to go ahead and drop down to this page. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a comment growth tool. And again, what I'm on right now is I'm on minichat.com, if I didn't say that already. So again, this is with minichat.com, it allows you to create messenger bots where you can gain subscribers. Again, it's one of the most popular ones that are out there. Now, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Facebook comments, and then we're just going to give this growth tool a name. We're just call it growth tool 4 because I'm not going to actually keep this live because the page is not even a page. So we're going to select this post, and then we're just going to click on confirm that I've let people know that this, basically with Messenger, you want to be explicit in letting people know that they're going to get contacted. So again, this post doesn't necessarily tell them they're going to receive a message, but that's what you would want to make sure you have in your first, in your message or your ad. All right. Now, one thing that we can do is we can turn on tracking first level comments. So basically, what this allows you to do is that when, let's just say, someone tags someone else in the post, maybe that person is not, really intending of getting a message from us. So they may respond to their friend like, "Hey, what is this?" That person may not be, our ideal prospect. So when we track first level comments on, is basically when someone is really directly engaging with our ad directly and they're not like replying to a friend. Because if we turn this off, any response to this post would trigger our ad. So what we want to do is when a user leaves a comment, we want to send the messenger immediately. Now, a cool thing that we can do is we can actually direct people to leave a comment on our ad. So let's just say this was our ad. They could win a free flat iron just in time for Christmas. Obviously, it's not Christmas time because this ad was posted like 2 years ago to show an example of a case study. And then let's say that we tell people to write more info. So then we would want our bot to be triggered when someone writes a comment that contains the word more info. Then we would also want to include like common misspellings. Some things that I will do is like making sure like if they mistype a keyword, a letter, that they actually can still get into a sequence. That's if you want to use a specific comment. Now, if you don't want to use a specific comment, then you wouldn't put anything here. You would leave this blank, and any comment would trigger the bot. Now, okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this. And we'll turn it active. And now we need to create an auto response message. We'll just say something like, "Hey, first name, thanks for reaching out. All right, so this is how we stay compliant with Facebook's rules and we don't get our accounts shut down. Basically, what we want to do is basically send out an engagement sequence where the person does respond to our bot. And when they respond to our bot, then we'll go ahead and follow up with like a series of messages. So we'll just say something like, "Hey, first name, thanks for reaching out. If you want to participate in our giveaway, please respond with a yes." So again, if they're entering this ad because they're trying to receive a flat iron for free, then again, we let them know if they want to be a part of the giveaway, respond with a yes. So obviously most people are going to respond with a yes. And then again, what we want to do is we want to send that to everyone who replies. So when they reply, what we can do is we can actually start a sequence. And then obviously every step of the way, we want to make sure we're saving our work. So now that they've entered our funnel, then we can go ahead and start following up with them. So that's the basics of Messenger, of creating like a Facebook Messenger bot. Now, what I want to show you to make and take this to the next level and scale this to like where you're making consistent income is you do need a pro account. All right. And the reason why we need a pro account is because what we're going to do is we're actually going to extract some of our customers' information or our prospects' information. Because again, we don't want to think about CPA marketing just like a typical affiliate. We want to think about it like, treat this like a real business. And again, if you're treating this like a real business, what you need to do is you need to be the data collector, because once you collect data yourself, then again, you can monetize that data in many different ways. You could, joint venture with other people um, who have a monetization system that's going to support, your leads. People can buy the leads from you directly, or again, you can make a deal with companies to give them exclusive right to those leads and certain information in real time. Which again, a lot of CPA marketers do is when they're spending their own money on ads, a lot of times they will go ahead and set up a sequence where as soon as they capture a lead, that lead is in real time transferred to someone who is going to buy that lead on the back end, so that every single lead that comes in is profitable no matter what. So that's a advanced strategy. So what we want to do, I'm going to show you guys this now, because this is a cool part about ManyChat having a pro account. And this is how you make the actual real money. So what we're going to do, so people will go ahead and unsubscribe when you're sending out messages. What we're going to do is we're going to create a comment growth tool, and then we're actually going to create a post. Now, one of the things as far as creating posts is, again, you want things that are going to be native to Facebook. And here's an example of something what I mean as far as like native to Facebook. Like the other day, was this today's the 7th? So maybe about almost a week ago, it's like 5 days ago, I'm a part of this group called Real Estate Agents and Friends Networking, because again, I do prospect to people who are in the real estate niche for social media and like training and ad management, things like that. So I saw this post, and again, this group is not that active as far as like comments usually, but I saw like this one post, it actually got about 100 comments from a group that's not that active. So it made me, think, maybe I should use this as an example of an ad. So what I would do is I'm going to show you guys how to make this real money. Here is, I'm going to go ahead and download this image here, and then I'm going to just borrow this copy. Now, what I would recommend doing is, if you're going to use someone else's copy, that you kind of like change it up, make your own. But for this example, I'm just going to jag it. And what we're going to do is I'm going to add this to my page, even though it's untargeted to what I have on my page. I'm just going to post it anyway. And then just to show you guys this example, because everyone on my page should be watching this webinar anyway. And we just downloaded this. Okay. So that's uploaded, and we're just gonna put the copy here, and then we're gonna publish this to the page. All right. So now that I have the page post here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a comment growth tool. So we want Facebook comments. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select a post. So this is the post. It's always gonna pull up your last post that was posted. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that post. And now, because this post does let people know that they're gonna get provided the details, I am gonna go ahead and make sure I select this. And for this example, I am gonna go ahead and charge first level comments, but I'm not gonna use a keyword. I'm not gonna have this sequence be triggered by a keyword. Any person that will respond to this ad, I would want them to get the message. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I'm gonna make it active, and then I'm gonna go ahead and select next. Now, again, you do typically want to go ahead and start labeling these things, because so you know what they are. But for this illustration, I'm just going to try to get through this case study as fast as possible. So what I would do is, like, I would say something like this: "Hey, thanks for reaching out. All right, so this is my first email or first trigger, right? So it says, hey, I'm gonna put their first name in here. And I say something like, thanks for reaching out. If you want to know how I was able to get items removed from my credit report, please respond with a yes. All right, let me go ahead and save that. And then I'm going to click on next. Now I'm going to go ahead and send this to everyone that replies. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to start the sequence, the actual sequence, because this is where it starts to get fun. Here's what I'll say. Like, awesome. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm just writing, like creating like a conversational style follow up. So when they get the mess, when they respond with a yes, they want to know how I was able to get items removed from my credit. I respond with this: awesome. I struggled with credit for years. The first thing I did to get my credit in order was to know my exact score. Do you know yours? And this is where I get them to start being a part of the sequence and engaging with the bot. Yes or no? Right? So when they say yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send them a specific message. When they say no, I'm going to send them a specific message. All right. All right. So here's what I'm going to do next. So when I ask them, so do you know yours? If they say select yes, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to say, perfect. Now here's what I'm going to do. Now we're going to start collecting data from them. What's the best email address can send All right. So here's what I'm doing. My next question is I want to start collecting email. I want to start collecting information from them. So the first thing that I want to do is, again, because I have a pro account, I'm actually gonna do this. I did this backwards. Let me copy this. So what I'm doing right now is, again, this is going to be a text reply. So again, I can. There's different ways that they can go ahead and reply, right? What I want to do is I'm going to create a custom field, even though I already have custom fields created. I have a custom field created called email. What I'm going to do is, just for illustration purposes, I'm just going to create one called email too. And this is going to be emails for credit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start collecting data, and we're going to be able to pass this on to lead buyers, or even, again, if we do this correctly, what we can do is connect this to like a service called like Zapier. And then when the person puts their email address in here, we can connect this with a service called Zapier, where this will go ahead and subscribe that person to our email list as well, right? So what we can do is we can trigger what's called a zap. All right. So when they enter their email, we're gonna connect this with this platform called Zapier, where again, as soon as that email comes in, it's gonna come in here, and then we're gonna send it to here, and we're also gonna send this to Google Sheets, so that again, like I said, we're gonna be able to collect this user's information and be able to monetize it a bunch of different ways. Either put them on our email list, sell it to a lead buyer. It's gonna be, this is how the big affiliates are making money. So here's what we're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna create a new spreadsheet. And then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some fields here. So the first row, we're gonna call this email. Second, here we're gonna put phone. We're gonna put first name. Credit score. The last thing is like we're gonna ask them a question if like they want to be contacted by a credit specialist. And then I'm just gonna put this credit specialist. Because like let's say if we were to get in a relationship with a company like Lexington Law, again, we can pre-qualify these leads and then have this person buy these leads from us directly, because they would know that the person said, they didn't know what their credit score was or got their credit score, and they wanted to be contacted by a credit specialist, and we would have their first name, their phone number, and their email address. So then what we would do here, to tie this all together, is what we're going to do is we're going to make a Zap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose an application. And then we're going to select ManyChat. And this is going to be a new tagged user. And then we're going to connect the account. And this is going to be for this one because it's the one that's pro. We're going to send a test so it can make sure that it's actually connected, and we're going to save and continue. All right, so now our tag over here hasn't been created yet, I don't believe. So what we're gonna do is just make sure that this is created. And sometimes it takes a few minutes for this all to get synced back up. And again, I'm doing this live. So again, if I mess up or if it doesn't go right, again, sometimes these things take a few minutes to get loaded. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next section. Is what we wanna do is start getting their more information from them. So we'll ask them something like, and again, we're going to do user input because we want to collect information. So we'll ask them something like, we'll say thanks. Say something that like, I hate not being able to address we'll say something like this. Hey, say something like this. What's the name that you prefer to be called? And then when they respond, again, then we're going to select their name. All right, and let's just make sure this is triggered. Okay, cool. And again, I'm not gonna go through all these because again, I create a lot of fields here. We'll just make this the last question here, and then I'll go on with the example. Would you like contacted by a credit specialist? And again, I'm gonna just name this credit specialist. So we have that created, and we're gonna publish this. Okay. So we need to just create a no. So again, so when they respond with no, they don't know their credit score. Then we could promote like a credit-based credit score offer. Um, so we would just say something like this. Okay, here's a free way you can check your credit score. And then we would say check your score free. And then this, what we would do is we would drive them to like a CPA offer, like for Credit Sesame, or we would drive them to like Credit Karma. I'm just gonna put Credit Karma here, and then I'm gonna select that. Okay, too many characters. All right, so that sounds better. All right, so this is publish. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna preview this in Messenger. All right. All right, so this is the first message of the sequence, remember? So, awesome, I struggle for credit for years. The first thing I did, do you know yours? So, right, so if I select yes here, then did we get an automated message? We get this, perfect. What's the best email address I can send the free report to on how I was able to get the credit removed? So then the person responds back with their email address. What do you prefer to be called? King Tate. Yes. All right. So now that it has some data, we should be able to get this to work. All right. So this is not working as of right now. Again, like I said, sometimes it does take a few moments to get this working. So what we can do is, instead of making this a tagged user, we're just going to make this a new or updated custom field. Let's see if that will push us through. We did add a tag. Yeah. Now, if we do it this way, again, it's only going to pull in that one field. So the test has been successful. And then we're going to connect this to Google Sheets. All right. So basically, what would normally happen is it would pull in information from Google Sheets. We would be able to set up this account, and then once that's set up, it will create a trigger. When someone opts in, basically all their information would go into a spreadsheet like this automatically. It would automatically write it here for you. Again, sometimes for whatever reason, it takes a while to get things connected. Now, with Zapier, it does sometimes it takes like 15 minutes depending on like what type of account that you have. If you have the free plan or the lower plan, sometimes again it takes like 15 to 25 minutes before it's pulling a new Zap. So again, usually again when we're creating these sequences, um, like we plan out an entire day before we go live with this. We don't actually, do this on a live case study or a live example showing you step by step how to do this. So, but what that would allow us to do is, like, let me just give you an example of something I have set up. Let's see. So what I did is try to retest this. Again, this spreadsheet is not set up for those appropriate fields. So again, it's fetching information, but it's not posting into the Google Sheets because um, it's pulling in. I specifically didn't choose that information for a reason. So let's just see if it's just an actual Google Sheets error or not, because I know for sure that real estate campaign is actually running right now. So it wouldn't be no reason for that not to work. Yeah, so maybe I don't know, something's going on with Google Sheets today. But basically, like I said, what you would be able to do is, let's just say that that person entered their email, and you wanted to be able to, you could connect this with like your MailChimp account. You can connect this with your Aweber account. You could create this with like Google Calendar or something to that effect, where again, you're collecting the data, you're passing that data to a different application where you can go obviously go ahead and monetize that. So like your GetResponse account, your Aweber account, your Google Sheets, or whatever list provider that you want to use at the moment. Once that's set up, you can pass like their emails there. And then as far as like again, normally the Google Sheets will work. You'll be able to download a CSV file once you have your leads there, send that to a lead buyer, and then they'll be able to go ahead and monetize the data because all the information will be there on the Google Sheet. So I do apologize that that's not working. When I figure out why it's not working, I'll go ahead and record another video showing you the end of it, how to get it connected, and having it actually write all the information out. So again, hopefully you guys got value, but hopefully you start understanding that. Again, once you collect this information, like I showed one example, again, the person didn't know what their credit score was, so then you send them a credit score offer. Let's say they had a recent bankruptcy. You may want to ask them, do you have any bankruptcies? Or do you have any outstanding payday loans? And again, you want to promote, like, if they do have a bankruptcy, then you would promote like a bankruptcy offer or debt settlement offer, or you would promote a payday, like if they already have payday loans. Sometimes I know one of the owners of a big, large payday network, CPA network, and they've primarily focused on payday loans. He said sometimes these people fill out like 10 payday loans. So again, if they've already gotten a payday loan, maybe they want to get another payday loan to try to get out of the situation they're in. But you guys get to see the point. Once you start collecting the advanced level data, you'll be able to monetize it in multiple ways. Now, one thing that I would suggest doing is if you are going to collect a lead and put them on a list, let's say you're going to put them on like a get response list, I would also create a trigger where any person who gets added to your get response list also gets added to your Aweber list or whatever secondary list provider you have. And that way you can send that same person two emails from two different pseudonyms and potentially make double the profit if they're engaging with both, autoresponders. So again, I think that you guys got enough to cook with and start, earning big time money, because again, with that one thing, again, when you take a viral post, find some viral content on Facebook, obviously go ahead and make it your own, attach a comment growth tool to it. Once that comment growth tool to it, now it's just up to you to start driving traffic to that highly engaged and native style ad to Facebook. You can use page post engagement ads, or again, if you're using video, use video ads. And again, that's how you do it. So again, if you have any questions, let's see if there's any questions. I know I've been rambling for a long time. Let's see. Let us see. So Jason is saying, hi Brandon, but my name is Ryan. It's all good. What is the initial startup cost for this? So again, with ManyChat, again, you can get started with ManyChat for free. Again, they do have free options, but again, with what I focused on tonight, a lot of tonight was using the Pro Tools. Again, that's $10 per month to use like the Pro Tools options. Any other questions before we go? Jason says, could this method be paired with physical products as well? Yeah. Again, the first example that I gave earlier with the Jeep page, they pick viral posts. And again, like having women comment their name. And then when that woman comments their name, then they go ahead and send them a 10% off coupon for their like Shopify store. In the Shopify store, it's all physical products. So yeah, this works with physical products. What other questions? It's all good, man. What other questions do we have? Any other questions we have tonight? Oh, and I figured out why the Google Sheets was not working because we're doing a live webinar, and that Zapier account, I'm going to be doing a case study for my group. People, again, if you want to know how to actually make $1,000 per month with CPA marketing, I'm going to be hosting a live class where I'm going to show people how to do that step by step. And I'm logged into a different Gmail account. That Zapier account is I create a specific Gmail account for that Zapier account, and we're doing a live, a live broadcast from a different Gmail account, so I can't connect the service. I really probably should have thought of that before I did this video, but it's all good. At least you guys get the point. You guys will play around with it. Okay. Let's see if we have any other questions. Um, so Jason is asking, could this be scaled with Facebook ads? Yeah. So the whole purpose of this is once you post the post there, you use like a page posted engagement ad, or I wouldn't say boosted post, but page post engagement ad. Or again, what works also well is instead of like the content, the initial Facebook post to be a video. So yeah, so this will and again, the only way to really scale this actually is to run Facebook ads to that specific post. So yes, it can be scaled with Facebook ads. I mean, there are people who are doing this right now, getting 10,000 leads a day. Cool. Most of us still are getting the understanding of it. So again, the whole thing about it is when you think about CPA marketing, affiliate marketing, you want to be the data owner, because that's the business we're on. We're in the lead generation business. That's what really CPA marketing is, cost per action. But we're controlled. If you want to be able to make multiple actions or get paid for multiple actions, again, you have to control the data. So all right. So on tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another live video. Again, this is going to be like part of the $1,000 per week or $1,000 per month series, where I'm going to show you guys how to make $1,000 per week or $1,000 per month, whatever time duration you want to put behind it, using like YouTube, being able to rank on YouTube and Google with your videos. Cool. So again, my name is Ryan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's pretty late. Hopefully you found value. If you did find value in this video, go ahead and click on the like button, and then also go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more videos like this where I'm showing you guys step by step how to put real life campaigns together in real life, things that you can do in your business, using your business every single day to grow your business. So thank you so much. I will go ahead and see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.